Good afternoon. A report out today shows that the region's police forces have some of the best ratios of officers per head of population in the country. And the report says that local forces also enjoy a higher level of spending than average. Cleveland police are fourth in the country, spending more than £97 per person a year and with 2.7 officers per 1,000 residents compared to the national average of 2.1 per 1,000. The Northumbria force is eighth in the country, spending almost £90 per person and with 2.5 officers per person. Durham has 2.3 officers per 1,000 people and spends just over £76 a head, while in North Yorkshire there are less than 2 officers per 1,000 residents and £68 is spent per person a year on policing the county. There were clashes throughout the region yesterday as protesters and Hunt supporters came face to face. There were no reports of violence as Hunts went on their traditional Boxing Day outings. The Tynedale Hunt was met with chants and placards as it set off from Corbridge. But there were also cheers and applause from supporters. Hunters distributed leaflets putting their point of view, and there were some angry exchanges in the town. A mother and son have gone missing from their home in County Durham. 54-year-old Sheila Devine and her 29-year-old son Brian have been missing from their home in West Grove, Trimdon Village, since yesterday. Mr. Devine is blind and suffers from an illness which requires regular medication. A Cleveland County councillor is claiming that the Tees and Hartlepool Port Authority could miss out on millions of pounds of common market money now that it's been privatised. The chairman of the county's development committee, Councillor David Walsh, says that while the Port Authority has been a public trust, it's been entitled to apply for European cash. But once privatised, it may not qualify for the money. The authority has applied for more than £3 million under the EEC's Renovel programme, which is designed to help areas recovering from shipyard closures. A man has died in a house fire in County Durham. 50-year-old Reginald Johnston was rescued from the house in Edward Street in Boburn by fire officers. He was taken to Dryburn Hospital in Durham but was dead on arrival. The cause of the fire isn't known, but it's not thought to be suspicious. The Northumbria Police helicopter has been called in to help in the search for a Stockton pensioner who's been missing for nearly 2 weeks. 72-year-old Eddie Topp from Oxbridge Court hasn't been seen for almost a fortnight after going out for a walk. Mounted police and divers have already been used in the search, and today the local beat officers spent about 2 hours in the helicopter searching the Stockton area. An inquest is opening this afternoon into the death of a man in a car crash on Christmas morning. 23-year-old Nigel Thompson from Topcliffe died when his car crashed off a slip road on the A168 Thirsk to Dishforth Road. The car rolled down an 18-foot embankment, crashed through a fence and ended up in a field. Mr. Thompson was thrown from the vehicle, but he wasn't found for up to 8 hours. Police want to hear from anyone who saw his Ford Escort between Neyton and Topcliffe. County Durham Police are looking for 2 youths who held up a service station near Chesterley Street. They threatened the assistant at the Heron Garage in Plawsworth with an air pistol before escaping in a car with cash. The car was later found abandoned in Waldridge Village. And finally, a Christmas story with a happy ending. The emergency services have come to the aid of old folk who are robbed at Christmas by collecting cash for them. A 52-year-old woman was robbed as she did last-minute shopping on Christmas Eve. Thieves got away with her shopping bag and purse, which contained a large amount of cash. Then later on Christmas Eve, thieves broke into the Jack Dorman nursing home in Hordern, while the elderly residents were holding a carol service. They got away with £40 in cash and perfume belonging to one of the residents. The police, who organised a collection, have gathered over £850 from colleagues in the fire and ambulance services, as well as from prison officers. And the money's been put in the old folks' bank accounts and given to local charities. That's it. See you again at 3:30. Good afternoon.